From the station you count on for local news that matters, this is your Forecast First from KARK, your weather authority.
Good evening and thanks for choosing KARK. I'm Ken Bufa. Shannon has the night off. Severe weather is likely in our future, so we'll send it over to Pat Walker, who has the details on what we need to look out for. Pat?
Well, Ken, we've been looking at a lot of thunderstorms from this morning into this afternoon, pushing toward the northern part of the state. They've been again now to move back into Arkansas. Strong, but not really that severe right now. However, we are looking at some flooding rain, so some of these stronger severe thunderstorms we had in northwest Arkansas. Flash flood warnings out in Washington and in Benton counties tonight. But these storms extend all the way back through Oklahoma, even down to the north and central Texas, too. You can see a lot of heavy rainfall with these storms. Borderline severe, just very strong thunderstorms, maybe some gusty winds around 40, 45 miles per hour. These storms are now marching toward the east, so they will be moving into central Arkansas here in the overnight hours. But as I said, this extends all the way down to the central west Texas, too, with severe weather down southwest of San Angelo, Texas. And just toward the west of that, it's cold enough for not just snow, but a blizzard in places like Lubbock, almost to Midland, Amarillo as well, with blizzard warnings on the west side of this very powerful winter storm. We've had tornadoes moving through the DFW area tonight. This area of unstable atmosphere will move into Arkansas tomorrow, maybe a little lesser in extent, but we have seen some deadly tornadoes tonight in North Texas. So here's forecast track for the rest of tonight. Notice these storms keep marching toward the east, and around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, they're here in central Arkansas. Maybe not severe, but pretty strong with some heavy rainfall, maybe a little bit of hail tomorrow morning. We'll continue with some rain and thunderstorms off and on through the day, and then in tomorrow afternoon, we start seeing the stronger waves moving in, particularly for the southern half of Arkansas tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow night. Here's 7:30 tomorrow night. You can see this is the last big wave moving through, and as it moves through, some strong to severe storms possible, maybe even a few tornadoes in Arkansas for tomorrow evening. It's 70 degrees right now in Little Rock. We may only drop about another degree with an increasing rain chance overnight. A little bit of a lull during the day tomorrow, but it will pick up back again tomorrow evening. Ken?
Thanks for that, Pat. With the expectation of heavy rains overnight and into tomorrow, flooding could be an issue in parts of central Arkansas. KARK4's Drew Petrimo is back from one of the harder hit areas earlier in the year, Faulkner County. Drew.
Well, Ken, the area we were in is just west of Mayflower, and the homes there are right up against the Arkansas River. Those folks are watching closely, hoping they don't have a similar situation to what they had in the spring.
This was basically where he beached his boat.
In this Faulkner County neighborhood on the banks of the Arkansas River, folks are watching the water again.
Everything that you see behind me now, for the most part, was at least a foot, if not 3 feet underwater.
During May and June, the rising waters of the river left 12 homes here on an island for 10 days and caused some property damage.
You couldn't get in or out, except by boat.
With the river expected to crest at levels near where it did in the spring, those who live and work near it are growing concerned.
Up and down this river, it's several people that will be affected by it, some more than others.
Farmers say flooding could threaten wheat crops and cattle.
We just want people to be prepared. That's what it is. And if it doesn't happen, great.
Failing levees and gates were blamed during the spring floods. Since then, Faulkner County Judge Jim Baker says no repairs have been made.
It moves slow, I can tell you. When you're repairing levees and all, it costs money and it moves slow.
We were nervous. There's no doubt about it.
With memories of earlier this year still fresh in their minds, people here are hoping they're not in for a repeat.
Wondering if maybe the next house should be on a mountain.
Now, after the spring floods, hearings were held at the state capitol to look into problems with the levee system across the state. Legislation has been drafted, but that can't be acted upon until the next legislative session. State Senator Jason Rapert telling me tonight he will push for that to happen during the fiscal session, which is early next year. Back to you.
Drew, thank you. Happening now, Little Rock police are searching for a gunman who sent 2 men to the hospital after opening fire at a liquor store parking lot. Officers say it happened at the Pick Pack liquor store on West 12th Street. Witnesses say they heard arguing and then at least 5 gunshots. Police say the 2 victims are now facing non-life-threatening injuries. And while Mother Nature dumps rain across the natural state, it also is creating a mess of trash along a central Arkansas creek. Mitch McCoy joins us in studio after hitting the river earlier today with the group taking on the cleanup. And Mitch, from your Twitter photos, it looks like you guys had your hands full.
Oh, was a lot of fun, Ken. I'm sure you'd have some fun, too. From styrofoam cups, trash bags, to broken car headlights, you'll find it all at Fush Creek. The creek itself spans through the entire city of Little Rock. Its wetlands can hold up to 1 billion gallons of water. While several people try to clean up, the trash just doesn't seem to go away. On a warm December day, and before more heavy rain comes, Cooper is getting in his boat on the Fush Creek. He's doing what he can to keep it clean.
73% of Little Rock ends up in Fush Creek. If nobody picks it up in a roadside pickup first, then that's where it's eventually going to make its way to.
If you float down Fush Creek, it's evident there is trash nearly everywhere you look.
Saw one item that was too juicy. I just have to go back for it.
And you never know what you'll find, like a broken car headlight.
Beaver was walking around in trash, and the deer were drinking out of water that had trash all around it.
The group wants city leaders to put more focus on the creek's trash like a permanent employee.
We just love rivers, we love the scenery, and it just really disheartens us to see them with a lot of litter out there.
While they wait on the city, they'll continue to pick up this trash by themselves. Ken, you'll probably be impressed with this. The group collected more than 20 bags of trash and several trash cans today. The group is all volunteer-based, and we'll be sure to link up their Facebook page on our website, arkansasmatters.com. Back to you.
And I'm sure we'll hear much more of that. Thanks, Mitch. Family and friends of a young woman killed by a severe weather earlier this week gathered today to say their goodbyes. Medical officials say 18-year-old Michaela Remus died Wednesday after strong winds knocked the tree into her home. The teen was shielding her 18-month-old sister from the tree, sacrificing her own life. Relatives say Christmas has been especially tough this year.
She just keeps apologizing to her because she just keeps hearing Michaela's voice, "Mama, help me. Mama, save me."
Remus's family is staying with loved ones as they plan to rebuild the damaged property. And LRPD are searching for a man involved in a gas station robbery. Investigators say the incident happened at the Shell Superstore near Cantrell and Rodney Parham this morning. Police say the suspect lifted his shirt to show a clerk a gun in his waistband. The clerk handed over an undisclosed amount of money. The man then hopped into the passenger side of a gray Dodge truck and took off. Officers believe he's around 20 years old and about 5 feet 10 inches. Anyone with information is asked to call police. And still to come on KRK4 News at 10. It was a record today that will likely last a very, very long time. Pat, tell us all about it.
Yeah, a record high of 81 degrees today. Not just a record for today, shattering the old one of 74. It's been around since 1889, but also it's the warmest ever day for the month of December. The old record was 80 degrees, so it's never been 81 in December in Little Rock, at least as far as record keeping goes. Now, tomorrow may be close to record breaking, but we'll